This page is the front cover of Dreamcast Magazine issue 33. Right there at the top, it's proudly proclaiming itself as the official #1 Dreamcast mag. Can't argue with that. The main feature splashed across the cover is a world-exclusive review for Phantasy Star Online version 2, boasting that Sega's online masterpiece is back and bigger than ever, which was certainly true, a fantastic game and a real step up from the original. Alongside that, they're highlighting the top 10 driving games on the Dreamcast, promising to reveal the must-have races for any Dreamcast owner. Games listed include Speed Devils, Daytona USA, Crazy Taxi and Crazy Taxi 2, Sega Rally 2, F1 World Grand Prix 2, Metropolis Street Racer or MSR as it's known, and Ferrari F355 Challenge, plus more, so there's clearly a good spread of races covered in there. Then there's a mention of an exclusive Headhunter fully mapped solution, good old Headhunter, a bit of a stealth action title, wasn't bad at all, quite cinematic for its time. The cover also shows screenshots from Metropolis Street Racer, Daytona USA, and Le Mans 24 Hours, showcasing some of the driving action they're talking about. Looks like a packed issue, promising a whole load of game reviews inside, 269 by the looks of it, and even a £5 off any DC game voucher bargain. Good stuff for any Dreamcast fan back in the day. This page is the contents page for issue 33 of the magazine. It's laying out what's inside, and it kicks off with a big feature on Phantasy Star Online version 2, which is their main review at page 4, so that's clearly the big hitter this month, just like the cover promised. It also highlights the top 10 driving games feature, pointing to those DC races we saw on the cover. There's a review section listing a good number of games with page numbers, including MSR, which is Metropolis Street Racer at page 10, Crazy Taxi on page 14, Speed Devils on 20, Sega GT at 22, Crazy Taxi 2 at 26, 355 Challenge on 30, Le Mans 24 Hours on 34, Sega Rally 2 at 38, Daytona USA 2001 at page 42 and F1 World Grand Prix 2 at page 46. There's also a guide section which includes Headhunter on page 50 and an As of Cheats starting on page 70, and a directory and Dream On at the back. The screenshots at the bottom are clearly showcasing some of those top driving games, with shots from Metropolis Street Racer, Crazy Taxi, F355 Challenge and Sega Rally 2. Looks like a packed issue with plenty of game coverage as we'd expect. This review focuses on Phantasy Star Online version 2 for the Dreamcast, considering it a potential swan song for the console. The review acknowledges the original's online novelty despite its repetitive gameplay and thin story. Version 2 is Sega's attempt to revamp the experience, highlighting features like the new battle mode and the magical mags, customizable companions that impact gameplay. The review includes essential information like the publisher, Sega, developer, Sonic Team, release date, price, genre, action/adventure, and supported peripherals like the VM unit, vibration pack, keyboard, and modem. Screenshots showcase gameplay, characters, enemies, and menu details like item packs and mag stats. The review appears comprehensive, emphasizing the online experience and the new additions in this updated version of Phantasy Star Online. Recap. This review focuses on Phantasy Star Online version 2. The Identikit section praises the character creation system and the variety of player characters it enables. All this and more highlights the addition of hidden costumes from the original game, and a new ultimate difficulty mode and a new dragon, although it emphasizes the game is primarily online focused. Give Me Options covers multiplayer features, including compatibility with old save games, and the ability to set up challenge games. Don't you open that trapdoor! Describes the treacherous traps in Raggle. The info box reveals the game is by Sonic Team, and features cameos and homages to other Sega properties, also noting the game helped make the Dreamcast a stylish console. The review points to a substantial update, emphasizing the online experience. Pewee. This page is a review continuation for Phantasy Star Online version 2. It mentions the Secret Society, highlighting the mission structure, and the need to join the Hunters Guild to progress on Raggle. It talks about the mission aspect, and how accepting missions brings players together, near the Hunters Guild desk. There's a section called Added Incentives which details online play benefits, and the new battle mode for deathmatch-style gameplay, which was previously only available to those who cheated, now everyone can enjoy it. The review then discusses Dream a Little Dream Key, focusing on the Dream Key 3.0 needed to get online and the potential hassle and cost to get online, especially as the original Dream Key service is ending soon in February. There's a second opinion section expressing genre fatigue, suggesting that while the game is acceptable, it's another re-release, and adventure games are becoming carbon copies. It mentions a Booster Move puzzle game as a preferred alternative. The Alternatively section simply suggests Phantasy Star Online as an alternative name. Finally, the Dreamcast rating section gives the game a 72% overall score, with visuals at 95%, sounds at 85%, gameplay at 84%, but value is low at 40%. The summing up states, it's a bunch of new things, but online play doesn't really save it from being a bit of a rip-off. There are also mini reviews for Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is praised as an adventure game and given a 94% rating. Metropolis Street Racer MSR, is lauded as one of the finest games the reviewer has played in a long time. Praised for its meticulous detail, offering extensive customization options for cars, including colors, plates, and even in-car entertainment, MSR caters to fans of realistic racing. Compared to Sega GT and Ferrari 355 Challenge, it promises a driver-focused experience, especially appealing to those who dislike arcade races. The game's single-player mode is extensive, promising hours of gameplay. Originally planned as a Dreamcast launch title, MSR even converted a realistic racing skeptic. Published by Sega and developed by Bizarre Creations, MSR supports 2 players, saves to the VM unit, and requires a vibration pack and race controller. The game costs £39.99. Metropolis Street Racer receives glowing praise, lauded as the best pure racing experience on Dreamcast. The game features a unique kudos system, rewarding skillful driving and unlocking new content across 25 chapters with races in London, Tokyo, and San Francisco. Players can choose from over 50 cars and adjust difficulty to suit their skill. Despite being accessible to casual players, it offers depth for racing enthusiasts, with a focus on car customization. The review emphasizes the game's lengthy development and positive anticipation. The game's high score of 96% includes impressive marks for visuals, sounds, gameplay, and value. Second opinions echo this sentiment, calling it sheer racing perfection and possibly the best racing game ever made. Alternative game recommendations are also provided. Screenshots illustrate the game's graphics and diverse environments. Worry. The next page features a review of Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast, declaring it Sega's arcade conversion, arriving in style. It's noted that recent Dreamcast conversions of arcade titles are of high quality, mentioning Choo Choo Rocket and Zombie Revenge as examples. The review explains the simple premise. Players choose a cabbie, pick up passengers around the city, and perform tricks for extra tips. It highlights the 3 degrees of crazy. Crazy jump using conveniently placed ramps, crazy drift by shifting into reverse, then forward while steering hard, and crazy through, which involves driving suicidally close to other vehicles for backdraft bonuses. The "You looking at me?" section confirms the arcade mode is a straight port of the arcade game. We see screenshots of the gameplay and close-ups of the playable cab drivers, Axel, Gus, Gina, and B. Joe. The game's essential information box lists Sega as both publisher and developer, genre as arcade/racing, and a price of £39.99, recommending an arcade stick and race controller as peripherals. This page continues the Crazy Taxi review, diving into the Opening the Crazy Box section, which highlights the Dreamcast version's unique Crazy Box mode. This new feature adds a set of addictive minigames, initially 9, with 7 more unlocking as you progress. The review mentions, these challenges range from bursting balloons to knocking down giant bowling pins. It sounds like a proper test of your taxi skills. We can see screenshots illustrating some of these challenges, like Crazy Bowling and Crazy Zigzag 2. Alongside the review, there's a handy map of Arcade City, calling it a welcome guide for navigating the seaside metropolis. It's marked with numbered locations like Tower Records, KFC, Church, Pizza Hut, Yacht Harbor, and Westside Beach, all the places you'll be driving to and from, picking up those crazy customers. The screenshots peppered around the map showcase different locations too, such as Arb Station, Baseball Stadium, Mall W, tennis courts, and University of SCGP, giving us a good visual tour of the game's world. It really does look like they've crammed in a lot of detail for us to explore in our souped UP cabs. The Crazy Taxi review spotlights the game's 4 playable cabbies, Axel, Gus, BD Joe, and Gina, each with unique backstories and personalities. Gameplay features snappy dialogue and distinct vehicles per driver, with progress in license mode affecting your class. The review notes that avoiding overcharging fares leads to better tips. The review gives the game a crazy rating overall, with the second opinion section declaring it a potential game of the year, highlighting its addictive quality. The Dreamcast rating boasts strong scores: visuals 95%, sounds 80%, gameplay 95%, and value 92%, resulting in a 94% overall. The summing up praises Sega's flawless conversion, emphasizing its fun and addictive nature. Alternatively, they suggest Speed Devils. Speed Devils, Ubisoft's debut Dreamcast racer, is lauded as a potential rival, even surpassing Sega Rally 2. The review highlights crazy track antics, featuring hazards like rock falls and alien spacecraft that disrupt racing lines, emphasizing survival alongside speed. Players begin with a basic car, earning money through races and bonuses to repair and upgrade their vehicle. A betting system adds another layer of strategy, accelerating upgrades. The review, featuring Zippy and Slippy's opinions, praises the game's gorgeous graphics, superb handling, and fun two-player mode. The game receives a Dreamcast rating of 92%, with high marks for visuals, sounds, gameplay, and value. The conclusion calls it a perfect fit for the Dreamcast, acknowledging Sega Rally 2 as an alternative for a different experience. Sega GT is a racing game aiming to rival Gran Turismo. It offers a challenging experience with over 100 cars, ranging from entry-level vehicles to high-performance machines. Players progress by earning money to unlock and upgrade cars through races and license tests. The game features extensive car customization options, allowing players to modify engines, chassis, bodywork, and paint. The game's realism is highlighted, with handling varying significantly between cars. Sega GT boasts a roster of 17 manufacturers, including Honda and Ford. The Carrozzeria feature provides in-depth customization. The game also incorporates European manufacturers and event sponsors. The review emphasizes Sega GT's gameplay and visual quality. Sega GT, a Gran Turismo rival, receives an 89% rating, lauded for its car selection, visuals, and content, despite a steep learning curve and questionable music. A second opinion confirms its top-tier status, though it's labeled a tarted-up GT copy. The review also highlights an Homo-in-your-pocket VM minigame within Sega GT, a quirky mini-RPG racer. The page heavily advertises GameStation's Dreamcast game selection, offering titles under £10, including Buzz Lightyear, Sonic Shuffle, and Sega GT itself. They also list GameStation contact info and the magazine's publication date, March 28 to April 28, 2002. Crazy Taxi 2 earns high praise for recapturing the arcade magic of the original. Set in a new location, around Apple, the game introduces the Crazy Hop mechanic, enabling taxi jumps for shortcuts and an enhanced arcade feel. Gameplay focuses on speed and strategic route planning using rooftops and subways for higher scores. The sequel offers a greater challenge, as evidenced by the reviewer's difficulty achieving a high passenger count compared to the original. The Crazy Pyramid minigame is highlighted as a major new addition. Despite familiar core elements like fast cars and advertising, Crazy Taxi 2 delivers new locations and drivers, maintaining the original's brilliance. A Dreamcast Magazine info box confirms the game is published by Sega, developed by Hitmaker, priced at £29.99, and supports one-player, VM unit saves, vibration pack and modem. This review of Crazy Taxi 2, titled The Secret of the Pyramids, acknowledges the game's fun design, but questions whether the new features are essential. The reviewer mentions the Crazy Hop and multiple passenger pickups, but wonders if they're truly necessary. Despite this, the game is still enjoyable and well designed, costing £14.90. The review notes the game's familiar feel, much like the original, with subtle changes. It also mentions the new feature of picking up multiple passengers simultaneously, making the gameplay more challenging. Alternatives mentioned are the original Crazy Taxi or Super Runabout, Leikin Thukuku. The Dreamcast magazine rating is high, with scores in the 90s for visuals, sounds and value, and 89% for gameplay, resulting in an overall score of 92%. The review concludes that while the game has top-notch visuals and music, it's not as revolutionary as the original, even with its improvements and harder gameplay. This page features a review of Ferrari 355 Challenge for the Dreamcast. It's being hyped as the most realistic racing game on console, and the review dives into whether it lives up to that. They reckon if you want to drive a real Ferrari 355, you're unlikely to ever get the chance, unless you're seriously wealthy, so this game is the next best thing, comparing it to classic racing games like Pole Position, Outrun, Sega Rally 2, Colin McRae and Gran Turismo, saying they fail to capture the true reality of driving fast cars in the way Ferrari 355 Challenge does. The reviewer mentions the game is pure simulation, more like F1 than arcade racing, praising its precision driving and incredible graphics, noting details like sunset skies, realistic reflections and no pop-up or clipping. They highlight the training mode for beginners to get to grips with the controls, and that 2 players can enjoy it. There's a section called Skinned Alive, discussing car customization options for paint and details. An info box on the page lists the game details. Publisher is Acclaim. Developer is AM2. It's out now at £39.99. It's a racing game for 2 players. It uses VM units for saving games and supports vibration packs and race controllers. The review concludes that while it might not be the real thing, it's very close and impressive, especially graphically. It mentions Yu Suzuki, the designer, also developed the legendary Outrun. The Ferrari 355 Challenge game receives high praise, with reviews highlighting its trackside action, featuring new circuits like Atlanta and Nürburgring. Despite having only one car, the game emphasizes the driving experience, with deep customization options. The soundtrack, featuring rock music, complements the game's atmosphere. A second reviewer agrees, calling it simple perfection and superior to other racing games. The Dreamcast version scores a 91% overall, with impressive visuals and gameplay. The review concludes by calling it the ultimate driving experience. The page also includes unrelated advertisements for mobile phone services, including ringtones and voicemail from One Stop Mobile Shop. The next page features a review of Le Mans 24 Hours for the Dreamcast. It starts by questioning if gamers have the stamina for a 24-hour race, tongue-in-cheek of course, suggesting a Red Bull might be needed. The review then dives into discussing the racing genre on the Dreamcast, noting the abundance of driving games, but acknowledging Le Mans 24 Hours as a worthy addition, stating it polishes the genre to ultra-shiny button standards. They highlight the 4-player mode, calling it a bleeding obvious but highly enjoyable feature, emphasizing the smooth 30 FPS frame rate even in multiplayer. There's a section titled, A Quiet Drive in the Countries, which discusses the game's setting and how it offers a different flavor compared to other racing titles. The essential information box confirms it's published by Infogrames, developed by Melbourne House, was out now at the time, and priced at £39.99. It's a racing game, supports 4 players and save games via VM unit, and recommends a race controller. The page showcases various screenshots of the in-game action, showing cars racing on circuits, and a caption "Awesome Moment" points out the day and night cycle transitions. There are also 2 text boxes highlighted, one mentioning spectacular full replays, and another praising the streamlined Audi, while joking about not wanting to look behind you. Essentially, it's a positive review, emphasizing the quality and polish of Le Mans 24 Hours on the Dreamcast. This review of Le Mans 24 Hours on Dreamcast praises it as a top-tier racing game. It highlights the excellent 4-player mode with a smooth frame rate and impressive graphics. The review humorously touches on silly sports before delving into the game's strengths, like the finely tuned handling of 40 cars, improved cosmetic damage, and impressive visual details like glowing brakes and realistic reflections. While lacking realistic crash physics, the positives outweigh this flaw. The review also notes the game's learning curve, longevity, and overall appeal as an arcade-style racer, awarding it a throbbing Robin. The game receives a 91% overall rating, with high marks for visuals and sound. While acknowledging other driving games, the review concludes that Le Mans 24 Hours is a challenging and visually stunning experience, making it a worthwhile purchase. This page is all about Sega Rally 2, on the Dreamcast, a proper arcade conversion of a classic. It's getting a rave review. They're saying it's a must-buy for anyone who loves racing games, and a painless introduction to the genre. High praise indeed. The review talks about how the arcade action is unrivaled, and highlights the Dreamcast's 128-bit power, bringing the arcade experience home. There are sections called Easy Left and Easy Right which seem to be describing the gameplay, mentioning things like bonus cars for quick loading times, and the high-resolution graphics looking great on a big TV. They're also saying the European release is the best version graphically, which is good to know for us PAL gamers. Then there's a section called the Rally Masters, which is showcasing some of the cars in the game. We've got the Ford Escort WRC, the Subaru Impreza WRC 988, which they say Colin McRae made famous, and the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution versus then there's the Lancia Stratos HF, the Lancia Delta HF Integrale, the Peugeot 306 Maxi, the Toyota Corolla WRC, and the Toyota Celica GT4 Street 205. It's a good mix of rally legends and more modern machinery. There's also a little awesome moment box at the top showing a helicopter flying overhead. A nice touch to add to the atmosphere. Apparently no racing game is complete without it. Overall, it's a strong recommendation for Sega Rally 2, making it sound like a fantastic arcade racer for the Dreamcast. This review of Sega Rally 2 for the Dreamcast highlights the game's strengths. Players race across diverse environments like desert, mountain, and snowy tracks, with impressive visuals. The game features fast arcade gameplay, a split-screen mode, and online multiplayer, all contributing to its addictive nature. The review praises the graphics, sounds, and overall gameplay, with a strong emphasis on the online multiplayer feature. While some graphical glitches and a desire for more tracks are noted, the reviewer is overall extremely positive. Sega Rally 2 receives a high Dreamcast rating of 91%, with strong scores for visuals, sounds, gameplay, and value. The review concludes that Sega has delivered an excellent conversion, making it a must-have title for Dreamcast owners. The page also features screenshots and an advertisement for a contest. Warrington. The next page features a review of Daytona USA 2001 for the Dreamcast. It seems they are impressed, suggesting it might be even better than the original arcade game, especially with the online play and improved visuals. The review talks about how engrossing it is, almost as if you are back in the arcade. There are screenshots showing the in-game racing action, tunnels, and car selections. It looks like they've included a fair few cars like Falcon, Grasshopper, Hornet, and Lightning, each with different grip, acceleration and max speed stats, classic Daytona stuff. Joyous. The article also mentions the game's American announcer and upbeat music, which they find a bit much but overall enjoyable. It highlights the Dreamcast version's handling, noting it can be a bit sensitive on the D-pad. There's also a box with essential info stating Sega as the publisher, Amusement Division as developer. It was out now at £39.99, a driving genre game for 2 players with save games, vibration pack and race controller support. They even point out a website for Daytona, with a webcam of Daytona Beach, though they say it's not really game-related. The conclusion seems to be very positive, praising it as a great conversion and a must-try in the arcades before you buy it. Daytona USA 2001 for Dreamcast is lauded as a near-perfect arcade conversion, praised for its online multiplayer and impressive visuals. The review highlights the game's development history, drawing upon elements from arcade, Saturn, and Champion Circuit editions. It boasts extra tracks, classic sections, and a strong sense of speed with up to 40 stock cars, though races are limited to 20 for smooth 60 FPS gameplay. The review explores the game's history, noting improvements over previous Sega console versions. The reviewer calls the game addictive, appreciating the handling. The review also provides an alternative, suggesting Ferrari 355 Challenge for a simulation experience. The Dreamcast rating gives high marks for visuals, sounds, gameplay, and value, resulting in an overall score of 90%. The review concludes that Daytona USA 2001 is more than arcade perfect, making it a must-have for fans. F1 World Grand Prix 2 for Dreamcast is a top-tier Formula 1 racing game, praised for its comprehensive simulation of the sport. It boasts stunning graphics, realistic engine sounds, and impressive draw distances. The AI mimics real-life drivers, enhancing the racing experience. Game modes include Championship, Single Race, and Time Attack, plus a detailed gallery mode for F1 fans. The game features 1999 season data, including all drivers and teams, with customizable weather conditions and pit crew advice. 2-player mode is available. The review highlights the handling and feel of the cars, especially on tracks like Monaco. Info includes a Murray Walker quote and details like Sega as publisher, priced at £39.99, and supports various Dreamcast accessories. The review emphasizes the need for significant playtime to fully appreciate the handling. This review of F1 World Grand Prix 2 praises its broadcast mode, detailed cars, and replay features, calling the replay mode a highlight. While acknowledging its realistic handling, the review notes the game may be demanding for some players and offers a wealth of options. A second opinion hails it as a successful sequel, appealing to both newcomers and experienced F1 fans. The Dreamcast rating awards an impressive 90%, with high marks for visuals, sound, and gameplay. The page also features several advertisements. King Cat Entertainment promotes various games, including Dreamcast titles like Dark Summit and Mad Dash, alongside Dragon Ball Z merchandise. A dial-a-prize competition offers consoles and games as prizes. Telegames advertises Dreamcast accessories and a Choose 2 Dreamcast games for £20 deal, featuring titles like NBA Showtime and Fur Fighters. Other ads promote older consoles and various gaming accessories. This page offers a solution guide for Headhunter on the Dreamcast. It introduces headhunters as the new enforcers of law and explains the game is about becoming a certified crime buster. The guide provides training mission walkthroughs covering basic controls, weapon usage, targeting, and stealth. It then moves on to area solutions, starting with Area 1, Escape from the Lab, and then Area 2, Stern Mansion, providing step-by-step instructions and map references. Key items within Stern Mansion are highlighted, including Dr. Zweiberg's report, Layla certificate, graduation diploma, ACN Bible, a book, and a photograph. The guide also details the weapons available in the game, like the standard stimulator automatic handgun, the explosive resonator grenade, and the neurostunner. Other weapons mentioned include decoy shells, the regulator shotgun, proximity mines, the submachine gun, and the powerful missile launcher. Finally, it lists the various items you can find throughout the game, such as keys, documents, first aid kits, adrenaline, and even crowbars, encouraging players to find them all. It's a comprehensive walkthrough to help players get to grips with the game. This guide covers areas 3 to 6 of the Headhunter solution. Area 3, Fortune Hill, focuses on motorbike skills, requiring high speeds for skill points, and 250 points to attempt C license tests. Area 4, Layla Office, details the key license exams, involving talking to Hank Redwood and a receptionist, and taking tests on a VR terminal. The C license tests include motorcycle control, tactical stealth, weapon utilization, and combat technique tests. Area 5, North District, rewards the player with an ID card and a Casio VM after passing the Kung license tests, and provides gear like decoy shells and a neuro stunner. Area 6, the gas station, involves stealth, collecting items like adrenaline, grenades, and a first aid kit. Tasks include finding a locker key for an electric cord to lower a car, leading to a crowbar and an AMCO keycard, crucial for the Grey Wolf chase sequence. A map of the gas station is provided. Corey's. After the gas station, ride your motorbike to Wolfpack HQ. This guide covers Floor 1, focusing on stealth and collecting items like a proximity mine and padlock key. On Floor 2, grab a first aid kit and note the need for a Wolfpack symbol for a stamping machine. Floor 3 involves more item collection, including grenades and truth serum, along with a locker key and an emblem half. You'll fight a biker, and then enter Grey Wolf's boardroom, using the code 1993. The guide details the Bruce boss fight, using cover with your pistol. Finally, the guide covers the Grey Wolf boss fight on the rooftop, advising you to use cover and keep moving. After defeating Grey Wolf, collect items, and then exit the HQ. This page of the magazine continues the solution guide, specifically for Headhunter. Area 8 is Layla Office and covers the B license tests, detailing the motorcycle control test and tactical stealth tests, offering tips on how to pass them. Area 9 moves on to Stern Mansion, where after a chat with Chief Hawk, you pick up a Stimulator Automatic Plus, Regulator Shotgun and Action Belt. Angela Stern then calls and invites you to her mansion, prompting you to head north. Area 10 is Sewers, instructing you to move through a hole in the fence, navigate the sewers and deal with kidnappers using cover. Area 11 covers Palmera Hall, starting in the car park. It advises using stealth to take down kidnappers, grabbing shotgun shells and grenades. Finally, Area 13 is Palmera Hall Key, which includes a level map showing the route to get the Palmera Hall Key, find a first aid kit, proximity mine and grenade, culminating in using a fire hose to rescue Angela, who is trapped in a lift. This page of the magazine continues the solution guide for Headhunter, moving on to Area 12, the sewers. It details escaping with Angela, dealing with the police presence after the explosion, and using the neurostunner to take down cops. Area 13 is Millennium Bank, guiding you to collect a first aid kit, shoot guards from cover, and use the computer to view surveillance cameras. It mentions hacking codes, obtaining shotgun shells and adrenaline, and facing Ramirez in the mainframe room. This boss fight involves robotic spiders which you need to shoot twice each, or once to disable then use the A button. You'll use Truth Serum to get Ramirez to talk after the fight. There's also a map of the Millennium Bank Key area. Finally, Area 14 is Layla Office, advising you to reach skill level 800 and head to Layla Office to upgrade your license. Chief Hawk will contact you, revealing the ACN is after you. The page also details the A license tests, motorcycle control test, tactical stealth test, weapon utilization test, and combat technique test, providing objectives and tips for each one to help you succeed. This page continues the solution guide. Now moving on to Area 15, Wolfpack HQ Revisited. It mentions that with your new security clearance you can access documents and collect a submachine gun and codebreaker. Angela will call to explain the Wolfpack HQ visit urgency. The walkthrough emphasizes using stealth and non-lethal takedowns on the ACN cops, advising players to strangle them silently. It guides you to collect a grenade and neurostunner ammo and use the codebreaker on a door, illustrated with screenshots numbered 03 to 06, and a map of the area. Moving on to Area 16, Bomb Chase. The action heats up as Don Fulci has armed a thermonuclear device. This section details a timed mission where you need to disarm multiple bombs. It guides you to get on your bike and head out, giving directions for navigating the city streets and sewers. You'll need to find multiple bombs and disarm them by entering codes, dealing with guards along the way. Screenshots numbered 01 to 09 show bike chase sequences and bomb disarming screens. The guide mentions there are 3 levels of codes to crack for the bomb, and you need to be quick to save the city before the timer expires, and then Hank Redwood appears and knocks you out. This page of the magazine continues the walkthrough, moving on to Area 17, the Aquadome. It details a boss fight against an arena gladiator. Apparently your weapons are useless, so the trick is to lure this hulking creature onto electrically charged circles on the arena floor to damage it. It's all about evasion and using the environment to your advantage, while also juggling shooting guards around the arena. Next up is Area 18, Docks. Here you're playing as Angela, searching for Jack. The guide suggests a stealthy approach, starting by using proximity mines to deal with guards near a lorry. It then walks you through using wall-hugging techniques to sneak around crates, taking out guards silently, or using weapons like the Stimulator MK2 and grenades when needed. You'll be collecting items like grenades, adrenaline, and a loading keycard. The guide directs you through Warehouse 12, mentioning eavesdropping on a conversation about a shipment and Jack. Eventually you'll pick up a loading keycard and a first aid kit, and then use the keycard to get Angela hidden in a crate. The page includes maps for the Docks Key and Warehouse 12 areas, alongside screenshots illustrating key moments and tactics in both the Arena Gladiator fight and the Docks infiltration. This page details the walkthrough for Area 19, titled Queen of Hearts. It appears to continue the same game walkthrough from the previous page, guiding players through another section. Area 19 starts with your ship, needing to eliminate guards and collect items like a grenade, stimulator, beta chemical, dictaphone, captain's diary and a first aid kit. The walkthrough directs you through various rooms and corridors, using stealth and weapons. You'll be picking up items and navigating using the provided map labeled F1, F2, F3, and F4. The walkthrough also covers a boss fight against Ramirez in Area F4. The strategy for Ramirez involves using grenades to knock out lights, and then switching to a machine gun or stimulator. It mentions using adrenaline to boost your strength during this fight. Wendellable. The page also features in-game screenshots to illustrate key moments and item locations mentioned in the text, alongside the area maps to help navigate and locate enemies and items within Area 19 Queen of Hearts. This walkthrough focuses on Areas 20 Layla Office and 21 Biotech Labs in Headhunter. After receiving a call from Chief Hawk, Jack must first obtain his AAA license by completing a test at the Layla office. This involves navigating 4 tests: motorcycle control, tactical stealth, weapon utilization, and combat technique, with target and record times provided. Area 21, the Biotech Labs, involves acquiring gear like a missile launcher and night goggles, using a motorbike through Bio Valley, and then navigating the sewers. The walkthrough emphasizes stealth, using items like stimulators, and collecting items such as proximity mines and keys. Players will need to evade laser security, security cameras, and uncover secret passages, while also gathering documents, including one on the Bloody Mary virus, encountering Chief Hawk, Alan Sharp, and Dr. Zweiberg. This guide focuses on Jack Wade's progress through zones B2, B1, and B3 of Dr. Zweiberg's facility in Headhunter. In B2, the player utilizes proximity mines, a stimulator, and security cameras to obtain a code and an Eve key. This unlocks access to lower levels, including a laser-guarded door. Bay B1 involves acquiring a first aid kit and confronting Dr. Zweiberg and Adam. The goal is to obtain Adam's DNA. The guide details the Adam boss fight, requiring players to target his stomach with the stimulator. Afterwards, the Adam key and night goggles are collected to bypass laser security. There are also mentions of another, easier boss battle, Hank Redwood, who is taken down with quick dodges and shots to the torso. Finally, Zone B3 pits Jack against Adam 2, now wielding a judgment cannon. The strategy here involves using cover, switching weapons, and luring Adam to the center for the final confrontation. This Dreamcast Magazine page provides a comprehensive guide to cheat codes and unlockables for various games. Highlights include 4-Wheel Thunder with Jackpot Mode and Track Unlocks, Aerowings 2, Airstrikes Bonus Airplanes, Army Men, Sarge's Heroes Level Passwords, Army Men, Sarge's Heroes Extra Puzzles and Characters, Army Mooring, Chestu's Hardcore Revolutions Vehicle Unlocks, ESPN International Track and Fields Metallic Player Characters, ESPN International Track and Fields Metallic Player Characters, Fighting Force 2's Level Select, Fighters Infinite Lives and Character Unlocks. This guide provides cheat codes and unlockables for several Dreamcast games. Hydro Thunder reveals how to unlock tracks. Jimmy White's 2. Cue Ball has a hidden cheat mode. Kyle the Kangaroo offers general tips. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure unlocks characters and modes by completing arcade mode. Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver grants abilities, health and more. Le Mans 24 Hours unlocks tracks, cars and camera angles. Looney Tunes Space Race unlocks characters, levels and modes. Magforce Racing unlocks all tracks. Marvel vs. Capcom unlocks hidden characters through button combinations. GTA 2 offers classic cheats for cash and weapons. Guilty Gear X unlocks characters and modes. Jedi Power Battles unlocks characters. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire unlocks artwork and bonuses. Samba de Amigo unlocks modes and artwork, plus a fishing boat race. There's also a general cheat code activation method. Chowators. This page provides cheat codes and secrets for numerous Dreamcast games. Millennium Soldier. Expendable features, infinite lives, grenades, and level skips. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 offers character order changes, costume unlocks, and instructions to play as Mortal Kombat characters like Goro. Moho unlocks all prisons and the Doctor. MTV Skateboarding unlocks everything with a single cheat. Jahari. Doltati. NHL 2K allows playing as the programmer team and includes a Wayne Gretzky message. NBA Showtime unlocks players and mascots, along with costume changes and player creation. NBA 2K unlocks hidden courts, bonus teams, and gameplay tweaks like super blitzing. Finally, MDK2 offers unique features, such as curtain boxes and a slow-motion mode. Dating. This page details cheat codes and unlockables for several Dreamcast games. In Pen you can unlock characters and costumes. Phantasy Star Online offers hidden artwork, difficulty settings, and alternate costumes unlocked by completing the offline game and finding items through the Power Stone book. Power Stone itself unlocks items and options via its in-game book. Quake 2 iArena unlocks cheats by completing the game on different difficulty levels. Rainbow Six features invincibility, silly modes like Big Head, and practical cheats such as infinite ammo. Rayman 2 offers codes for bonus content. Ready 2 Rumble Boxing. Round 2 has a wealth of unlockables, including 2-player level selection, character changes, fat skinny zombie boxers, guest characters, Mr. President and the First Lady, championship costumes, and date-locked holiday-themed outfits. This page details cheat codes and unlockables for various Dreamcast games. Completing Resident Evil Code. Veronica unlocks Battle Mode. Samba de Amigo grants access to all music and modes. San Francisco Rush 2049 provides cheats for a cheat menu and unlocking all cars. Sega Bass Fishing offers bonus levels, visual customizations, and more. Sega GT unlocks World Speed King races. Sega Rally 2, Japanese version, features unlockable vehicles based on championship performance and button combo unlocks. The page then offers core-specific tips and car recommendations. Finally, the page includes an advertisement for Cheats Unlimited, a cheat service promoting premium phone lines for cheat information on various games like Alone in the Dark 4, Crazy Taxi, and Sonic Adventure 2. Dreamcast Magazine's next installment offers tips and cheats for various titles. Sega Rally 2 receives course-specific advice, detailing car choices and course features for various tracks. Silent Scope unveils cheat codes like Scopeless Mode and Invisible Enemies. Snowcross Championship Racing unlocks everything, including tracks, vehicles, and a demo. Slave Zero features invincibility and other helpful cheats. Sonic Adventure focuses on KO, explaining how to transfer them to a VM, start quests, and manage their needs. Finally, Shenmue reveals how to unlock the 70-person battle, acquire extra money through daily collection, and increase slot machine odds by using the fortune teller's gamble advice. This page provides Dreamcast game secrets and tips. Sonic Shuffle unlocks Big the Cat, KO, E102 Gamma, and Supersonic Inverses mode via picture collection. Soul Calibur's secrets include numbered art gallery pictures, new art card categories, and missions. It also reveals how to get a gold title screen, and a new one, by defeating Inferno. Unlocking playable characters Cervantes, Edge Master, and Inferno, plus secret dojo and swamp missions, is detailed. Victory poses are also discussed. South Park Rally cheats include level codes and unlockables like cheat mode and all skins, achieved by winning races. The page lists characters like Jesus and Mephisto to race as, with unlock conditions. Finally, Speed Devil's cheat code for all cars/tracks is included. Sonic Adventure receives a section on the fruit matching game, describing fruit types and their effects. This document details cheat codes and unlockables for various Dreamcast games. Star Wars Episode 1. Racer reveals how to unlock bonus races. Street Fighter Third Strike and Double Impact provide character selection tricks for hidden fighters and costume colors. Tomb Raider Chronicles offers level starting shortcuts. Tony Hawk Skateboarding and Pro Skater 2 feature numerous cheats, including unlocking characters, modes, and stat adjustments. Rally 2 hints at all content access via the options screen. Vigilante 8. Second Offense has numerous password cheats for different gameplay modifiers and character unlocks. Unreal Tournament allows for skipping levels, invincibility, and maximum ammo. Finally, Trickstyle lists various cheat codes accessed from the options screen. This page offers tips and secrets for several Dreamcast games. In Virtua Fighter 3 TB, it reveals how to fight the name entry character and unlock alternate versions of characters, costumes, and slow-motion replays. Virtua Striker 2, version 2000.1 unveils how to play as special teams. WWF Attitude provides career mode bonus unlocks for titles and pay-per-view events, along with character unlocks, alternate costumes, and ring strategies. Worms Armageddon details how to unlock Bonus Scheme 1 and access cheat codes for various power-ups. Finally, Zombie Revenge includes cheat codes for features like Eternal Life, Area Select, and costume changes. Though some additional content about ringtones and logos exists, the main focus is on game-specific strategies and secrets. This Dreamcast game directory provides a comprehensive listing of titles, detailing game name, publisher, player count, and more. Each entry includes a brief, we say, opinion. The directory covers a wide range of genres. Some highlights include Capcom vs SNK as a top 2D fighter, Crazy Taxi for its arcade rush, and Choo Choo Rocket as a great party game. Daytona USA 2001 received praise for being arcade perfect. Other notable mentions highlight varied experiences, from flight simulators like Aerowings to shooters like Confidential Mission. The reviews offer a spectrum of opinions, from high praise to outright dismissal, helping users quickly gauge game quality. The directory served as a quick reference for game selection. Warrington No. The Dreamcast game directory continues, showcasing a variety of titles with ratings and opinions. Highlights include the racing game, Le Mans 24 Hours, 91%, the beat-em-up Marvel vs. Capcom 2, praised as essential, and the shooter Quake 2 Arena, 90%. Resident Evil Code, Veronica, is essential. The directory also picks Best of Genre Choices, Action Adventure, Resident Evil Code, Veronica, Beat 'em Up, Soul Calibur, Driving Racing, MSR, Party Puzzle, Choo Choo Rocket, Shoot 'em Up, Star Lancer, Sports, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and Strategy/Simulation Hidden and Dangerous. Overall, the directory provides a good overview of top Dreamcast games. This page continues the Dreamcast game directory from the previous page, now split into two sections, the regular directory and an import directory for those harder to find gems. In the main directory, we see solid ratings for titles like Soldier of Fortune and Sonic Adventure 2, both clearly well received. Soul Calibur and Soul Reaver are also present, alongside the unique stylings of Space Channel 5. Moving on to the import directory, it's packed with Capcom titles, which is always a good sign. You've got a stack of fighting games, like Capcom vs SNK Pro, Capcom vs SNK, Capcom vs SNK 2, and even Marvel vs Capcom 2 again. Clearly a must-have. For shooter fans, there's Mars Matrix, and for a bit of stealth action, Metal Gear Solid makes an appearance. And of course Phantasy Star Online v.2 is there, for those online adventures. They're also highlighting useful peripherals like arcade sticks and steering wheels for certain games. Good to know for getting the proper Dreamcast experience. This page continues the game directory, showcasing more Dreamcast titles and ratings. Games like Zombie Revenge, UFC, Unreal Tournament, Urban Chaos, Rally 2 Expert Edition, Vigilante 8, Second Offense, Virtua Fighter 3 TB, Virtua Striker 2, Wacky Races, Walt Disney World Quest, Magical Racing Tour, Weetrix Plus, Wild Metal, Worms Armageddon, Worms World Party, WWF Attitude, WWF Royal Rumble, Vanishing Point, Virtua Athlete, Virtua Tennis and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire are listed with ratings and details on player counts and peripheral support. Alongside the directory, there's a Game On advert promoting savings on Dreamcast titles when you spend over £29.99, showcasing box art for games like Skies of Arcadia, Crazy Taxi 2, Sonic Adventure 2, Confidential Mission, Daytona USA 2001, and Outrigger. There are also some quite frankly ridiculous adverts for phone services, including Hilarious Wind-Up Calls 2, Logo for You, Get a Mate Irate, and 11 Private Chat and Group Chat. Finally, there's an advert from New Age Consoles promoting various Dreamcast games and consoles available for purchase. This Dreamcast magazine page advertises back issues and subscription options. Back issues 8 to 32 are listed, showcasing their covers and a brief game selection, with some already sold out. Highlights include games like Rush 2049, Shenmue, Phantasy Star Online, and Sonic Adventure 2. The page also promotes a 6-issue subscription. UK subscribers pay £18, European subscribers pay £20, and the rest of the world pays £28. Direct debit payments offer a 10% discount. A subscription form requires personal details and payment information for direct debit, check, or credit card payments. This page showcases Dreamcast Magazine loud and clear, stating it's the #1 unofficial source and detailing why, listing every UK, Japanese, and American game reviewed, new cheats, tips, solutions monthly, loads of competitions and prizes, and reviews from top writers delivering the latest global news. It boldly claims to be the only Dreamcast magazine you'll ever need, quite confident. There's a reservation slip for newsagents too, if you wanted to secure your copy. Dominating the page is a next month teaser, promising issue 34 on sale April 25, 2002, with a shoot 'em up special. Looks like they were planning to cover the genre extensively. Lex B. The rest of the page is a typical spread of early 2000s mobile phone adverts, mostly ringtones and logos. There are charts for top 20 chart tones, with artists like Will Young and Shakira, tones of the week with amusing titles like The Magic Roundabout, and even football tones/logos for various teams like Liverpool and Manchester United. You could get ringtones for films and TV shows too, ranging from classics like Baby Elephant Walk to Doctor Who. If you couldn't find what you wanted, there was a custom ringtone service. Elsewhere, there's an advert for psychic readings via mobile and a text chat party service if you were feeling lonely. Finally, tucked away are the magazine's contact details, listing the team and addresses for editorial, advertising, production, and international licensing. Standard stuff for the time,